All right, Raider Nation, listen up, because what I'm about to tell you is going to blow your mind. You're not going to want to miss out on this. Now, we all know that the Las Vegas Raiders are looking to move up to grab a quarterback, but will it be a Jaden Daniels or will it be somebody else? But here's the kicker. This is what nobody is talking about. I have been pulling my hair out for 100 hours trying to figure out the best method for the Raiders to succeed in the 2024 NFL Draft, and I'm going to jump into it right now. But before we get to my crazy idea, I just want to thank today's sponsor, Earth Elixir. Now, guys, you've been hitting me up in the comments, and I know several of you have now gone out and gotten your first order of the Tangadali and the Fedosia Agrestis to help you raise your testosterone naturally. Congratulations to you guys. And for everybody that hasn't done it, here's a simple fact. Over 130 million men are suffering from low testosterone right here in the United States of America. 1 in 4 men in the United States are suffering from ultra low testosterone. You don't need to suffer in silence. And you don't have to go and put yourself on steroids and get TRT, which you will then be on for the rest of your life. Tagad Ali and Fedosia Agrestis is clinically proven to help you raise your testosterone naturally. It's way cheaper, it's way more effective, and doesn't have all the negative side effects. So what are you waiting for? Go and hit our sponsor. Link is down in the description. It's going to save you 15% on your very first order. And guys, before we get into the video, make sure you go and hit our shop because we have dropped the merch. We got the posters, we got the shirts coming out. You're not going to want to miss out on that. Everything is on sale right now because we are just launching it. So get those deals before they go back up to regular price at the beginning of the season. Now, into the video, here's what I wanted to talk about. The Las Vegas Raiders could do something that is absolutely diabolical. I mean, this is absolutely crazy. We are talking Houston Texans level drafting strategy here. Everybody thinks that the Raiders are going to move up and sell the farm for Jaden Daniels and completely destroy any future hope for the next 2 to 3 years of grabbing more talent in the draft, as we would have to give everything away. But what if, just what if, we were to do something crazy? What if we were to do something so diabolical that nobody's seen it coming? Now, we know that with the Las Vegas Raiders roster, we do not have a single wide receiver over 6'2" that can stretch the field and contest catches. We also know the star wide receiver Davante Adams, who's one of the best in the biz, is 31 years old, and his contract is getting more and more expensive. What if the Raiders were to do something so crazy as to go to the Arizona Cardinals at pick number 4 and offer Davante Adams in a trade? Now, this would hurt us with our salary cap because we'd take a big hit, but it would be worth it. Because hear me out. I know a lot of you are already jumping in the comments. Just wait. I want you to comment, but listen to me now. Listen to this. We trade Davante Adams to the Cardinals, who the Cardinals just got rid of their top receiver this year. So for Kyler Murray, they are bereft of wide receiver help down there in Arizona. Now, you can draft the guy, but it's going to take him a year, 2 years to get acclimated to the NFL speed of the game. But you could go automatically with one of the best surefire wide receivers in the NFL and give Kyler Murray a true number 1 wide receiver to work with. And this would be great for Davante Adams due to the fact that he doesn't have to move back to the East Coast to like the Jets. Now, we all know that Tom Telesco said that Davante Adams ain't going nowhere this year, but we also know that GMs are typically liars. Why? It's their job. They got to put smoke out there because they got to keep all these options open without giving away their hand. They're playing a 3-game, 3-dimensional chess here. So Davante Adams could get traded to Arizona. He's still close to California. He's not going to be too mad about that. He has a top flight quarterback that he can work with, a guy that's mobile, something that he wants, and they got a pretty decent team down there. So it gives him the chance to be successful. And I'm all for that. Davante Adams is not going to be with the team next year. If we don't trade him this year, he will end up being traded next year because he'll be a 32-year-old wide receiver getting paid way too much money. We got to move off of that contract. It was one of those contracts where we were going to marry him up with Derek Carr and we were going to make a run under the new Josh McDaniels system. All of that blew up into a big catastrophe. Derek Carr's gone. McDaniels is gone. Davante Adams, as much as I love him, we got to move off of him. So we trade him to Arizona. Now this is where it gets really genius. We trade him to Arizona, and then Arizona now, because they were going to take a wide receiver anyway, Now they have a top flight wide receiver, so they give us that number 4 pick. In return, we give them Davante Adams, a 3rd round pick this year, and a 2nd round pick next year. That's a very good deal, right? So listen, now this is where you really get into the diabolical nature of what I'm proposing here. You then trade that number 4 pick back to Minnesota, who needs a quarterback and are very high on J.J. McCarthy. So we get their number 1 that they acquired through Cleveland, through Houston, weird trade that they did. So we get the number 11 pick, we have the number 13 pick, and we have the number 23 pick. 3 first-round draft picks in this year's draft. So at the number 11 pick, we grab Michael Pinnix Junior if he falls to us there. If not, maybe we have to pivot and kind of look at our options as to whether or not we even go quarterback, but we go to Michael Pinnix Jr. if he's available. If he is, we snatch him up so that way we don't have to worry about any other team trying to grab him, particularly i.e. the Denver Broncos. And then we, at number 13, we grab Brian Thomas Jr. He is a 6'4", top flight wide receiver out of LSU. Great hands, stretches the field, and he goes up and gets those contested balls. The only thing that he really isn't, the top 2 is due to the fact that he played next to Malik Neighbors, who's getting all of the shine. This dude is absolutely phenomenal. He would be a steal in the 1st round, and the Raiders would have an instant replacement at a much cheaper price for the best wide receiver in the NFL, Davante Adams. Then at pick number 22, or at pick number 23, then the Raiders fill the hole of the right tackle position. And if we even needed to trade up, if let's say Talisi Fuaga is high on our board and we need to trade up and get him at pick number 18, we have the capital to do that. So we literally just go from having maybe selling the farm for Jaden Daniels and maybe him working out, maybe him not, but if he doesn't, we're literally screwed for the next 2 to 3 years, to having 3 competitive quarterbacks on our team, as well as one of the best wide receivers coming out of the draft and a top tier right tackle. Raider Nation, let me know what you think about this crazy idea. Have I lost my mind? Is my hair just being pulled out? Are you loving what I am selling? Let's get on it. Let's go, Raiders. You know what to do. Smash that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.